The airport was supposed to be just another place of transit, a familiar space of rolling suitcases, quiet announcements, and hurried footsteps. No one expected history to unfold in real time. No one expected a single figure, dressed in black, moving calmly through glass doors, to ignite absolute chaos. And yet, that was exactly what happened the moment Jungkook of BTS appeared unexpectedly at the airport, turning an ordinary day into a scene that fans would talk about for years. What followed was not just excitement, it was hysteria, it was disbelief, it was emotion overflowing without warning. From the first second Jungkook stepped into view, the atmosphere shifted. Phones flew up into the air. Gasps echoed through the terminal. Whispers turned into screams. In mere moments, the airport was no longer an airport. It became a living, breathing arena of fandom energy, shock, and raw emotion. No official announcement had been made. No schedule was leaked. No hint was dropped. That was what made it even more powerful. Jungkook was not supposed to be there. And yet there he was. Dressed in a dark outfit that blended effortlessly with his calm demeanor, Jungkook moved forward with quiet confidence. A black beanie pulled low, a mask covering half his face, and eyes that seemed to absorb everything around him. Even without a smile visible, his presence alone spoke volumes. Every step he took sent another wave of shock through the crowd. Fans froze for a split second, trying to confirm what they were seeing. Was it really him? Was this real? Or was it just another rumor waiting to be disproven? But reality hit fast. It was Jungkook, undeniably, unmistakably. The reaction was immediate and explosive. Cries of his name rang out from every direction. Some fans clutched their chests in disbelief. Others burst into tears without understanding why. Many stood frozen, shaking, overwhelmed by the sudden proximity to someone who had only existed behind screens for so long. Security scrambled. Airport staff, clearly unprepared for this level of reaction, rushed to form barriers. The calm order of the terminal dissolved into confusion as people crowded closer, desperate for even one more second of visual contact. Travelers who had no idea what was happening stopped in their tracks, drawn into the chaos by sheer intensity alone. This was not just a celebrity sighting. This was Jungkook BTS. For years, Jungkook has been more than just a global star. He has become a symbol of growth, resilience, and emotional connection. Fans didn't just see him as an idol. They saw him as someone who had grown up in front of the world, someone whose voice had comforted them in their lowest moments. And now, suddenly, he was right there. No stage, no spotlight, no warning. Just reality colliding with dreams. As Jungkook walked forward, surrounded by staff and security, he remained composed. His posture was relaxed, his steps steady. Yet those who were close enough noticed the subtle details, the way his eyes scanned the crowd, the slight nods he gave, the brief moments where he acknowledged the fans without drawing more attention. Those moments alone were enough to send fans into emotional overload. Some shouted words of love. Some begged him to stay safe. Some could only cry silently, hands trembling. Social media exploded within minutes. Videos shot from shaky hands flooded timelines across the globe. Hashtags trended at lightning speed. Fans who weren't there felt the shock almost as strongly as those who were, watching the clips on repeat, trying to process how such a moment could happen without warning. Is this today? Is this real? Why is Jungkook at the airport? Where is he going? Speculation ran wild. Every detail was dissected. His outfit, his bag, the direction he walked, the timing. Fans turned into detectives overnight, analyzing frames and comparing past appearances, searching for hidden meaning in every movement. Was this a sign of something bigger? A secret schedule? A solo project? A sudden departure? A return? No one knew. And that uncertainty only fueled the hysteria further. What made the situation even more intense was the contrast between Jungkook's calm and the fans' emotional storm. While the crowd surged with energy, he remained grounded, almost gentle in the way he navigated the chaos. It was a reminder of why he was loved so deeply, not just for his talent but for his presence. Airport security struggled to maintain control. Announcements were drowned out by screams. Staff attempted to guide regular passengers through alternative routes as the scene grew more crowded by the minute. The airport, designed for movement and order, had become a pressure cooker of emotion. And yet, no one wanted to leave. Everyone wanted to witness history. For fans who had followed Jungkook since his teenage debut, this moment felt surreal. Memories of his early days, his shy smiles, his relentless hard work, and his evolution into a global icon all came crashing together in one overwhelming instant. Some fans later said it felt like time stopped. Others described their minds going completely blank. Many admitted they didn't even remember filming, only realizing later that their phones had captured the moment their hearts were racing too fast to process. As Jungkook approached the exit, the energy peaked. Security tightened. Fans leaned forward. Screams grew louder. Tears flowed freely. It was as if everyone knew that this fleeting moment was about to end, and they wanted to hold onto it for just 1 second longer. Then, almost as suddenly as he appeared, Jungkook was gone. The doors closed. The space he had occupied fell silent in comparison. People stood frozen, staring at nothing, trying to convince themselves that what they had just experienced was real. And then the aftermath began. Fans collapsed into laughter and tears. Strangers hugged each other. Some sat on the floor, overwhelmed. Others replayed their videos over and over, hands still shaking. The airport slowly returned to its routine, but something had changed. A story had been written without warning. Online, the debate intensified. Why was Jungkook there? Why was it kept secret? Was this connected to BTS's future? Was something about to be announced? Every theory gained traction. Every detail mattered. But perhaps the most powerful part of the entire event was not the speculation. It was the emotion. The raw, unfiltered reaction proved once again that Jungkook's influence goes far beyond music charts or awards. He moves people. He connects. He turns ordinary spaces into unforgettable memories. For many fans, this unexpected airport appearance became a once-in-a-lifetime moment. A reminder that behind the screens, behind the performances and the perfection, Jungkook is real. And sometimes, reality can be more overwhelming than fiction. As night fell and the videos continued to circulate, one thing became clear. This was not just chaos. This was history. And no matter where Jungkook was headed next, the echoes of that moment would stay with fans forever. Because when Jungkook BTS appears without warning, the world doesn't just watch. It stops and feels everything at once.